My first clinical rotation in nurse practitioner school was in a VA. It's amazing those guys trusted us brand new students learning how to do advanced physical assessments. 20 years later, a veteran cleared his health assessment, walked out into the parking lot of that same VA, and committed suicide. I still remember reading it in the paper. Recently, I jumped at the chance to contract as a civilian nurse practitioner for the military. I'm patriotic, have family members who've served in the military, and I want to take care of our soldiers. There aren't enough mental health providers to see soldiers, and many are struggling. My very first reserve weekend, I was nervous. I'd been trained in my role, but I wanted to get to know my patients. I was assigned a military NP partner, and they go through the evaluation like this. Do you have any new medical issues? Check. Do you have any nightmares? Check. Do you ever think it would be okay if you went to bed and didn't wake up? Check. But it's a self-report. And soldiers know that whatever they say gets documented. And I'm like, how are you? How's your family? What's going on? Then eventually get around to checking off all the required boxes in their chart. After talking with one soldier about his work and personal life, I learned he'd been on active duty prior to being a reservist. Then I performed the assessment, check, 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 in his chart. And he was good to go for another year. But 6 months later, he sat across from me again. I thought, we just did this. It's too soon. You're still a go, I said. You don't need to be here. We started chatting. When I asked how he was doing, he started sobbing, then shouting about terrible things he'd seen during the war. I didn't know what to do. Did I say the wrong thing? Are we supposed to stick to check, check, check? I was scared, for me and for him. I was uncomfortable because I couldn't help. Instinctively, I went around the desk and hugged him. We sat like that for what felt like forever. Do I let him go? Do I get help? At some point, a social worker was standing at my desk. She spoke in a soft tone. She gave the soldier time to adjust from holding on to me for dear life, asked him some basic questions, and then finally took him to talk with her in private. I still think about that veteran in the parking lot and the one sobbing in my arms. And now I know that there's something I can do.